Hi, welcome to this tutorial in which we are going to make this sugar skull. It measures about 12 centimeters, but you must know this is going to depend on the materials and the tension you use to make it. For this I am using sugar and cream 100% cotton. It is a number 4 medium. On the label it says you can use an US H8 hook, which will be the same as a 5mm hook. Still, I am using a 4mm hook since I want my tension to be really tight. Remember, you can always use the materials you have, just make sure to use the right hook for the yarn you choose. One of the materials I am listing here is a cardboard or a piece of plastic. This will give a flat surface to the bottom. Also, to help my sugar skull stand, I am putting something heavy on the bottom. You can use anything of your choice, but as an example, I am using a small fabric bag full of rice. For the flowers, I'm using once again cotton, but this time it is a little bit smaller. This is a sport weight number 8. It is meant to be used with a 3mm hook. If you find this tutorial useful, you can help me by subscribing and sharing it. I always love to see your creations. If you make it, you can tag me on Facebook and Instagram. You find me as Creando Con Musa. And now we are ready to start. I'm going to start with a magic ring. On this magic ring I'm making 8 single crochet. That is going to be my first round. After I finish the 8 single crochet from the first round, I'm going to pull the thread from the beginning of my magic ring. Now for the second round we are making 8 increases. That means we are going to make 2 single crochet on each of the previous round stitches. Let me show you how I do it. We are going to make the first increase. I am going through the first stitch from the previous round this way, grab yarn and pull it out. Now close my first single crochet. On the same place I'm going to go through this way, pull yarn and close the second single crochet. As you can see, now we have 2 single crochet and the first stitch from the previous round. This is my first increase. We are going to make a total of 8 increases. Let's go for the second one. Go to the next stitch and make 2 single crochet. This is the first one and this is the second one on the same place. That is my second increase. Now let's make the third increase. Go to the next stitch and make 2 single crochet. That is the third increase. Let's go for the fourth, 5, 6, 7, and the last one, the number 8. At the end of this round we are going to have 16 single crochet. On the third round I am making 1 increase and then 1 single crochet. This process is going to be repeated a total of 8 times. At the end of the round we are going to have 24 stitches. This is my first increase, On the next stitch I'm making 1 single crochet, and that was my first repetition. Now let's go for the second one. We start with an increase, and now a single crochet. And that was my second repetition. Remember, we are going to make 8 repetitions. Increase, single crochet, and this is the third repetition. Increase, single crochet, this is the number 4. That was the number 5. This is the 6. Seven, and the last one, the number 8. Remember, this round has 24 stitches. For round number 4, we can make 3 single crochet and then 1 increase. Repeat this process 6 times only. At the end of the round, you are going to have 30 stitches. With this process, you will end up with all the increases on the same spot round by round. If you do it that way, you will end up with a kind of hexagon shape. To avoid that, we are going to place all the increases in different spots. This might sound tricky, but I am sure it is totally worth it. Let's do it step by step. First, we will make 1 single crochet, and now we are going to make 1 increase and 3 single crochet. This process is going to be repeated 5 times. Let's do the first repetition. 1 increase, and now 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. We have finished the first repetition. Let's go for the second one. 1 increase, and now 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the third repetition. 1 increase, and 3 single crochet. Let's do the fourth repetition. 1 increase and 3 single crochet. Let's make the last repetition. 1 increase and 3 single crochet. Now the next step is to make an increase, this is it, and now 2 single crochet. At the end of this round we are going to have a total of 30 stitches. For the next round, the number 5, we are going to make 4 single crochet and then an increase. We are repeating this 6 times only. Let's do it. 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to make an increase, and after that we have finished our first repetition. Let's go for the second one. 4 single crochet, and now an increase. Remember, we are going to make 6 repetitions, and at the end of the round we are going to have 36 stitches. I just finished the round number 5. For the round number 6, we can make 5 single crochet and then an increase. Repeat this process for a total of 6 times. But once again, I don't want all the increases to be one above the other round by round. So I am doing it a little different. As you can see, I don't usually use markers. This time I'm going to use one for you to see where the round begins. So we are going to make first 2 single crochet. I will make the first one and then put the marker above it. This will mark the first stitch of my round. This is the first stitch and this is the second one. The next step is to make 1 increase and then 5 single crochet. This process will be repeated 5 times. Let's do it. This is my increase. And now I am making 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is my first repetition. We are going to make a total of 5 repetitions. Let's go for the second one. An increase and 5 single crochet. This is an easy step and we have been making it previously. So now I am going forward to finish the 5 repetitions. I have finished the 5 repetitions. Now we are going to make 1 increase. This is it. And then finish our round with 3 single crochet. At the end of the round we are going to have 42 stitches. On the round number 7, we are going to make 6 single crochet and then 1 increase. We are going to repeat this 6 times and at the end of the round we are going to have 48 single crochet. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochet, and now we are going to make 1 increase. That's it. This is my first repetition. We are going to make this a total of 6 repetitions. I'm going forward until I finish this round. I just finished round number 7. For the round number 8, the easy way is to make 7 single crochet and then an increase. Repeat this process 6 times and at the end of the round we are going to have 54 stitches. Once again, I don't want the increases to end up in the same place round by round because my circle might end up looking like an hexagon. So we are going to change a few steps once again. We start with 3 single crochet. I made the first one and put a mark on it. Let's go for the second one. The number 3, and now we are making 1 increase and then 7 single crochet. This process is going to be repeated 5 times. This is my increase. And now 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This was my first repetition. Remember, we are going to make 5 of these. I'll see you when I finish them. After those 5 repetitions, we are going to make 1 increase. And now finish our round with 4 single crochet. At the end of the round, we are going to have 54 stitches. On the round number 9, we are going to make 8 single crochet and then 1 increase. This process will be repeated 6 times, and at the end of the round, we are going to have a total of 60 stitches. Let's make the first repetition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochet, and now we are making 1 increase. This was the first repetition. Remember, you have to make a total of 6 repetitions. I'm going now fast to the end of the round and see you there. Here I have finished the round number 9. For the next 10 rounds, we are going to make 1 single crochet over each one of the stitches of the previous round. This means that we are going to make from the round 10 to the round 19 60 single crochet on each of the rounds. I'm putting a marker here so you can see the progress when I finish these rounds. I'll see you there. Here I have finished the round number 19. The place where we start the rounds is going to be the center of the skull, so this time I do recommend the use of a marker. The next few rounds are going to be a little bit tricky, so we are going to make them step by step. This round starts with 9 single crochet. I'm going to make the first one and put a marker on it. For most of the projects, it doesn't really matter where you put your increases or decreases. For this particular project, it is important to place the decreases on a specific place. Now I just did the first single crochet of the round. I'm going to place a marker on it. And now we are going to make the rest of the 9 single crochet. This will be the second one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to put a marker on this stitch too. I will do it just for you to see the area of the face. Now the next step is to make 1 decrease and then 5 single crochet. We are going to repeat this process twice. Now to make the decreases, you can use the technique of your preference. I'll show you how I do it. Go to the next stitch and pass through the front loop only. This way. Now to the next stitch, passing through the front loop once again. After this, grab yarn and make the same process like if you were making 1 single crochet. Let's do it again so you can see clearly. We go through the front loop of the next stitch, like this, and now the same on the next stitch. Here we are going to grab yarn and pull it. Now we close our single crochet. This is 1 decrease. Now the next is to make 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the first repetition. We are going to make the second one. Decrease, And now 5 single crochet. Next, we are going to make 1 decrease, now we are going to make 10 single crochet, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The next is to make 1 decrease and 5 single crochet. We will repeat this process twice. Let's do it. Decrease, and 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the first repetition. Let's do the second one. Decrease, and 5 single crochet. The next is 1 decrease, and to finish our round we are going to make 9 single crochet. I'm going to put a marker on the first stitch once again so you can see the area of the face. This is the first single crochet, and now let's complete the 9. This will be the second one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. At the end of this round we are going to have 54 stitches. And now you can see clearly the area of the face. The black thread is going to mark the beginning of each round. The yellow threads mark the area of the face on each side. After a few rounds, it's going to be more obvious that this is going to be the back of the head since it is going to start closing. For the next round, we are going to start with 11 single crochet. I'm going to make the first single crochet and put a marker on it. This way I keep having track of the middle of the face. So this was the first single crochet, and now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now we are going to make 1 decrease and 4 single crochet, and this process will be repeated 5 times. So we start the decrease, and now 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This was the first repetition. We are going to make a total of 5. Decrease, and 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This was the second repetition. Let's go for the third. Decrease, and 4 single crochet. Now the repetition number 4. 1 decrease, and 4 single crochet. Now the last repetition. Decrease, and 4 single crochet. The next step is to make 1 decrease, and finish our round with 11 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. At the end of this round, we are going to have 48 stitches. Now we start the next round with 9 single crochet. Once again, I'm making the first single crochet and put a marker on it. This is the first single crochet. Now let's go for the rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we are making 1 decrease and 3 single crochet and repeat this process twice. Let's do it. Decrease, and 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. This is the first repetition. Let's go for the second one. Decrease, and 3 single crochet. Next, we'll make 1 decrease, this is it. Now we make 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Next we make 1 decrease and 3 single crochet and repeat this process twice. Let's do it. 1 decrease, and 1, 2 and 3 single crochet. This is the first repetition. Let's do the second one. 1 decrease, and 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Now we are going to make 1 decrease, and finish our round with 9 single crochet. When we finish this round, we are going to have a total of 42 stitches. You can see already how it's taking shape. Now the next round is going to be the last round in which we make decreases. We will start with 8 single crochet, and once again I'm putting a marker on the first of the stitches. Now let's make the second single crochet. This is the third, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now we are going to make 1 decrease and 2 single crochet. Repeat this process twice. So for the first repetition, we make 1 decrease, and now 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. This was the first repetition. Let's go for the second one. 1 decrease, and 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Now we are going to make 1 decrease, next is 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we are going to make 1 decrease and 2 single crochet and repeat this process twice. This is a decrease, 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. This is the first repetition. Let's do the second one. 1 decrease, and 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Next is make 1 decrease, and now finish our round with 8 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. At the end of this round we are going to have 36 stitches. For the round 24 we are going to make 36 stitches once again. This means that we are going to make one single crochet over each one of the stitches of the previous round. The only exception is that this time we are going to work on the front loop only. Let me show you how it's done. We usually grab the both threads on the top of the stitch of the previous round. For this specific round, we are going to grab the one on the front only, this way. And as you can see, I'm putting a marker once again, so I can take track of the center of the face. I'll show you once again. This is how we grab both threads off the top of the stitch. For this round, we are going to grab only the one on the front, like this, and then make your single crochet in the regular way. We will work the 36 stitches of this round and see you on the end. We have just finished the round number 24. On the next 4 rounds, we are going to make one single crochet over each one of the stitches of the previous round. This means that from the round 25 to the round 28, we are going to have 36 stitches on each round. Now on the rest of the rounds, we are going to work our single crochet in the regular way, grabbing both of the threads on the top. I'll go forward until I finish these rounds and see you then. I have finished the round 28 and this is what the skull is going to look like. I have put a little bit of stuffing for the moment, just for you to see the shape. Now you can see how the yellow threads mark the area of the face. And also you can see how the black thread marks the center of the face. It is actually normal that it starts to go to one side after a couple of rounds, like this. Now that we have it like this, we can start putting some details on the face. First, for the eyes, you might find tricky to start counting from the top of the head. So we are using this black thread as a reference to know where the eyes are going to be placed. Since it marks the center of the head, we are starting there and counting 4 stitches for each one of the sides to know where each one of the eyes are going to be placed. Like I told you, it might be tricky to start counting from the very beginning, since on one side we have the end of the round and on the other side we have the beginning of the next round. So this marker was put on the beginning of the round number 20. We are going one round under, and from this point count 4 stitches for the left and 4 stitches for the right. Start here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where one of the eyes goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where the other eye goes. There are 9 stitches between them. This is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in the number 9 we are placing the second eye. Now I am taking all the stuffing out. After this, I can place the eyes on the face. You can decorate them the way you want. At the end of the video, I'll show you how I made the flowers, but you can use any flowers you want. You can also crochet the eyes, but if you are using safety eyes like I do, you can place them right now. I'm going through the place where I made the mark on the skull. and push my eyes. Now we want to make it standing there. We can place the washer simply. But first, if you are putting the flowers like I do, make sure you put them on the position you want them to be. Once it's ready, place the washers. This can be really tough since we don't have enough space to make it. Still, I'm trying my best to put it on. Once it's done, I want this to be really safe, so you might find useful the next step. You have to be really careful. With a lighter, hit the back of the eye. It's going to start melting. When that happens, push the tip of the eye with one of the sides of the lighter like this. Wait a little until it gets cold and take off the lighter. It's going to end up like this, totally flat. And also, luckily, it might fuse with the washer. This technique can be used on any project and your eyes are going to end up really safe. If the back of the safety eyes is not long enough to go through, you can place the eyes on a different way. Once I have the eye on the flower, I'm going to put the washer. Now I'm going to make the same process hitting the tip of the eye. Now that it's flat, I can sew it to the school. You can sew it right now, but I actually prefer to do all the sewing work at the end when the skull is already folded and closed. So that is what I'm going to do now. First, I'm going to finish this part of the skull. Remember, we have finished already around number 28. Now we are simply going to make one slip stitch and keep our work like this. We are using this thread later, so don't cut it yet. Now at this point you need to have one piece like this ready. It is made exactly the same as we did on the skull for the first 5 rounds. That means it has 36 stitches at the edge. The same number of stitches the skull has on the last round. It's going to be made exactly the same as we did on the very beginning of the skull. This was the round 1 with 8 stitches, the second with 16 stitches, the third with 24 stitches, the fourth with 30 stitches, and the last, the number 5, with 36 stitches. Now when we finish, we are going to simply make one slip stitch, now cut the yarn and pull it through. We want the edge to look really neat, so I'm going to give you a few steps to do so. This is where I made my slip stitch. I'm going to skip one stitch, this is it, and on the next one go with my hook like this and grab the thread. pull it, and now we are going to the back. I'm going to the place where was the slip stitch and also through the slip stitch, like this. Grab the yarn with the hook and pull it. Now you just have to pull to make sure this looks like the top of one of the last stitches. Once this looks okay to you, you can make one knot on the inside. The edge, as you can see, is going to look really neat. This will be the bottom of the skull. We are going to join both pieces. But first, we need to help the skull to stand. For this, we are going to make a flat surface for the bottom. This is plastic from a bottle. I just cut a circle the same size as the circle we just made. Like I said in the beginning, you can use also cardboard. But if you want to wash your skull, it won't last very long, so I prefer plastic. Here I have put stuffing on most of the head. I will have ready my plastic circle, but I'm not using it yet. And now we are going to start joining the button. As you can see, I haven't stuffed it totally because I need space to work. Grab your skull like this, and to join, I'm going to do this. On this part of the skull, I'm grabbing the back loop of the stitches. Like this. Like I showed you before, we usually grab both threads from the top of the stitches. We are going to grab only this loop, like this. On the other piece, we are going to grab it like this. And to join them, we are going to grab this loop. Having the pieces grabbed like this, we are going to join, making slip stitches. You only grab yarn and pull it through all the loops you have on the hook. We are going to do this 36 times since we have on both of the pieces 36 stitches. Go through the back loop, go to the front loop of this one, and make a slip stitch to join. And we are going to do this until we reach about half of the circle. On this point, I will stop joining. We are going to place the plastic circle And now we are going to put something to give some weight on the bottom. I just took a piece of fabric and filled it with rice, then closed it, and this is it. I'm going to put it inside above the plastic circle. Once we have everything in its right place, make sure it doesn't need more stuffing, and if it's okay to you, you can finish joining the parts. Once we finish joining, we can cut the thread. Leave a little tail to hide later. This is what it's going to look like. Now I'm going to show you how to embroider the mouth and the nose. But first, I'm going to show you how I made the flowers from the eyes. This flower works well with the size of the eye I have chosen. If you choose a different size, it might look different also. So having that in mind, you might have to change the pattern a little bit to make it smaller or bigger. Also remember, this is the way that I do it. If you want a different kind of flower, you can change it. Let's start now. We are going to make one magic circle. I'm leaving the tail a little bit longer than I usually do. This will make it easier to pull later. First, we are going to work 2 chains. 1 and 2. Now on the magic circle, we are going to make 3 double crochet. To make a double crochet, you just grab yarn like this, go through the magic circle, like this, pull yarn, and now we have 3 threads on the hook. Grab yarn, now pull it and take only 2 of the threads, like this, 1 and 2. We have now 2 loops on our hook. Grab yarn and pull it through all these loops. This is my double crochet. Let's make another one. Grab yarn, go through the magic ring and grab yarn again, and we are going to have on our hook, as you can see, 3 loops. We are going to grab yarn and pull it. Make sure it takes only 2 of the loops on the hook, like this. We got 2 loops, grab yarn and pull it through all the loops. This is my second double crochet. Now let's do the third one. Grab yarn, go to the magic ring, pull 1 thread, and we have 3 loops on the hook. Grab yarn, pull it through 2 of the loops, grab yarn, pull it through all of the loops. We have these 3 double crochet. Now we are going to make 2 chains. 1, 2, go to the magic circle and make 1 slip stitch in there. Just like this. We have made just one of the petals of our flower. We are going to make 5 of these. To start the second one, we will make the same process. Chain 2, 1, 2, make 3 double crochet, And now chain 2 and slip stitch on the magic circle. This is the second petal. Let's make 5 of those. As you finish the 5th of the petals, we are going to make 1 chain, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail to sew if needed, pull the yarn. Now, with the thread from the beginning of the magic circle, we are pulling a little bit, but not too much to close it. When it looks like this, I can place the eye. Make sure it goes all over. And now we can close the magic circle fully, pulling really tight. This is how I made the flowers. Like I told you, you can change them if you want. To make sure your threads are really secure, you can make a knot between them. If you want it, you can now cut the thread from the magic circle or hide it. With the other one, I'm going to sew the flower to the skull. I just show you how to put one of the eyes. Let's see how we can put the second one. First, I'm going to place the eye on the desired place. You can use the help of some pins if you want. Now we can sew all of the petals to the head. First, grab some yarn like this. And after you place it on the head, you can grab some yarn from the head too, like this. Now we go again into the head and comb out on the place of the next petal. Here we are going to make the same process. Grab some yarn from the petal, like this. Now again to the head. And we are coming out on the place of the next petal. Let's repeat this until we finish to join the flower. In the end, we are just going to make a knot and hide our thread. On the other eye, I'm going to secure the petals also. It's the same process we just did on the previous eye. Now for the nose, I'm using black yarn. I'm going to start on this point. Remember, this is the first stitch from the round number 20. Go in through any of the stitches. It doesn't matter which one because we are going to hide the thread later. Now from this place we are going to count 1, 2, 3 and 4 rounds under. We are going in through this place. Now I can take off all the thread I had put before. This is it. Now I will go back to the first of the stitches, this one. And from this place I'm going to count 2 stitches to the other side. This is it, 1 and 2. Go in through this point and now to the other side. This is going to be the shape of the nose. Now I will just make my lines bolder. You can pass these lines as many times as you want in order to make it look a little bolder. Once it looks just about right to you, you can just finish going back to the first of the stitches we had made. We are going to secure our thread and hide it. Make a knot between these 2 threads. Cut them both even. Thread your needle with both of them. And now we are going in. Make sure you punch only the hole where these threads come from. come out in any of the stitches, doesn't matter which one, and pull until your knot is hidden. Now we are going to cut both threads as close to the head as you can. Push the head a little bit so the thread can hide completely. Now I'm taking off all of the threads I used as markers. We are going to embroider the teeth. We will make a line 2 rows under the nose. 1, 2. This is going to be a line. The same process as the nose. Go in, leaving a thread to hide later. The edge is going to be aligned to the eye. And now we are going to make a line of stitches like this. Go back, forward 2 stitches, 1 stitch back, and forward 2 stitches. 1 stitch back and forward 2 stitches all along until we reach the other side. Once it's done, we proceed to make the stitches for the teeth. Just go 1 stitch above and 1 stitch under, like this. Once we finish, we go to the very first stitch we had made, secure the thread making a knot, cut both threads even, and with a needle, hide it inside of their head. Now for my decoration, I will put some flowers. The tutorial for these flowers is going to be on the description. It is only in Spanish for now. If you are interested on how to make them, please let me know in comments. I will try to make a tutorial in English too. I hope this video is really helpful for you and you end up with an amazing creation too. If that is the case, you can help me sharing it. That is the best support you can give, and I can keep up with my channel. Also, you can subscribe, this way you won't miss any of the next videos. As an extra, you can also support me on Buy Me a Coffee. That is a platform where you can make donations via PayPal. And once again, if you make it, you can tag me on your creations on Facebook and Instagram. You'll find me as Creando Con Musa. As it is obvious, English is not my first language, so I totally appreciate your patience with me. Believe me, I have tried my best to explain each detail the best way I can, so I hope everything is understood. If something is not, please leave me a comment. I think it's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you next time on another video from Creando con Musa.